Welcome back to another, I guess, Pokemon card deck information video. I don't know exactly what to call it. Today we're going to be looking at Gholdengo EX. This is a very interesting deck. It's seeing a decent amount of play. I believe that it's like fourth or fifth on the like play statistics and win statistics and everything right now. So let's just kind of look at this. This deck is, it plays similar and yet very different from some of the other stuff that we've seen so far. So in this deck, the main attacker is this guy, Gholdengo EX. The ability is very good, but the Make It Rain is what we're, aiming for whenever we're attacking, right? So Make It Rain allows you to discard any number of basic energy cards from your hand. This attack does 50 damage for each card you discarded in this way. So you can see immediately when we look at that, this is similar to Ceruledge, which we haven't actually done a video on. It's similar to Raging Bolt, but this one, instead of from the discard or from the field, this one is from your hand. Which leads to a very different and interesting playstyle. And so coin bonus, very directly influences that in how you kind of play, right? Now, this deck that I'm going to be showing off has Togekiss. Togekiss is very nice as kind of a supportive bench Pokemon. So when your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out, flip a coin. If heads, take one more prize card. The effect of Wonder Kiss doesn't stack. Essentially, this allows you to potentially need to attack less times to win, because with Gholdengo's attack, potentially to get a KO. I mean, in a worst case scenario, if you need to KO a Charizard, you're looking at discarding 2, 4, 6, 7. You need to discard 7 energy. It's a ton of energy that you need to get rid of just for 1 KO. So getting just 2 prize cards for that would be not super sustainable. We do run a lot of stuff to kind of get energy back from the discard, but you can only kind of run so much, right? So Gholdengo's attack obviously is very good for getting a KO. It's similar to Raging Bolt, where you can get up to any number, but it's a little bit... I don't know if I would say it's worse, because there are a lot of things that get stuff into your hand with this deck as well, but it's definitely more variable how much mileage you're kind of going to get out of that, right? So you'll see the energy that we're running. We're running 3 metal energy and 1 of every other basic energy. The reason for that is, well, for a lot of things, but partially because of Energy Search Pro. This allows you to grab any number of different basic energy types from your deck, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So this is similar, actually, to Ceruledge with the discard 5 Brilliant Blender. This one allows you to just get a bunch of burst damage directly into your hand when you need it. Ideally, you want to draw into this early. You could theoretically also, have energy in your hand and get Iono'd, in which case Energy Search Pro can still be super useful. But if you get it late in the game when all your energy is in your discard, it's going to be completely useless for you. What else are we running here that's super notable? Counter Catcher, only 1 of, but we're running this so that, if they do have a Charizard in front of you and they're ahead, then you can call that out, and then you also have Boss Orders for a similar purpose there. Canceling Clone, it's kind of just like, it's not necessary, but in a deck like this, you are going to struggle into something like Mimikyu, because realistically, your only attacker is Gholdengo. I don't know that you're going to attack with anything else. So if you don't have Canceling Cologne, it's just an immediate scoop. You just lose that game, whereas with Canceling Cologne, at least you have a shot. Thornton can be good for getting a Gholdengo set up or a Togekiss set up, or, those are really the 2 evolving Pokemon. So, if you get to a point where you just need it, that can get you back in the game. Heavy Ball, in case something necessary gets prized. I guess in this case, it would probably be if Togekiss is prized, but it could vary. Like, it's obviously because you're running 4/4 Gimmighoul and Gholdengo, you're more concerned about your single copy Pokemon. And because you're running so many Gimmighouls, you've got a good shot of drawing into it at the very least at the beginning of the game. With mulligan rules and everything being like they are. We're running 2 rare candies. That's also just for Togekiss. You don't want to have Togepi on your bench and not be able to evolve it, so there you go. And Manaphy's just to avoid your bench getting sniped as well. So that's that. Anything else of note? Oh, super relevant. You aren't going to see Cypher Maniac's code breaking being run in many decks. There are some niche cases, like I've seen someone at Locals run this with Slowking, which is very interesting, if not the most meta pick. But Cypher Maniac's code breaking has incredible synergy with Gholdengo EX, because if it's in the active spot, you draw 1 card and then draw another. And Cypher Maniac's code breaking allows you to put any 2 cards on the top of your deck and then shuffle. So it's essentially, if you have your, Gholdengo already in the active spot, it's better Arven, because you can get any 2 cards, anything that you want. Which in a lot of cases, because of all the, different things that you have available to you here, it may be that you draw like Energy Search Pro, maybe that you look for Earthen Vessels, might be that you're looking for Superior Energy Retrievals, or Night Stretchers, or whatever. It could be not anything, like you're not maybe going to be wanting to put supporters on top, but there's a lot of options for you. Buddies to refill, obviously, your bench, and get your other Gimme Ghouls in place so that you can evolve in case your first one gets knocked out, your Gholdengo. So yeah, that's a lot of the information there, right? Very cool deck. And let's maybe do a practice round just to kind of demonstrate it. So I'm going to press test deck here, and let's show this off. For this deck, I would choose going heads. Or, sorry, not going heads. I would choose going first. Thinking like a Hearthstone player here. And yeah, I'm going to say go first. I vary a little bit with going first, going second, but I can see the appeal. So this is actually not an ideal situation at all for this deck. Getting Togepi in the active spot is not very good for us, but we'll see how we can make it work if we can. And we're actually playing into Frigibax, Baxcalibur, probably Shenpao. Very solid deck, also. I'm going to use Buddy Poffin, grab 2 Gimme Ghouls. Just get my bench set up here a little bit. And let's maybe even retreat into one of those with our Togepi, just so that it's not stuck in the active, and we probably will give ourselves a shot at evolving it by doing that. So we'll do this. We will retreat that. Bring up a Gimme Ghoul. Let's Pokestop as well. Spin that. Because we've got Superior Energy Retrieval, it's not terrible, and we kind of got like insane luck there, I guess. So we'll throw down these 2, just in case, because theoretically Greninja can snake the bench, so we'll not let them do that. And I could Night Stretcher to get back one of the, or this 1 energy that I've discarded. I'm not going to do that this turn. Just because theoretically, that being in the discard is somewhat more accessible than if he Ionos on his first turn. And then we don't have it available, right? Yeah, there's the Shenpao. Not putting the Shenpao down. Oh, okay. Yeah, the AI is not very smart. In a real game, I would expect someone probably to pull up the Togepi, because we don't have any options really to, like, attach energy from hand, aside from just manual attach. So actually pulling up something that can't attack would be difficult to deal with, because you would have to use a switch or something else to get it out of the way, right? We could Irida to get our Greninja. We can definitely Gholdengo. But the question then is, like, do we just immediately go for a Coin Bonus to draw, or do we do Irida? Because if we draw into Cypher Maniac, then we could Ultra Ball and get one of the cards that we wanted. interesting. Alternatively, we could Ultra Ball, get rid of Buddy Buddy, and maybe Irida, and then get our Togekiss, but we don't have a solid way to attack right now. I'm going to maybe actually Pokestop just to see what we get here first. Okay, not nearly as lucky, but not terrible, because we do... That's going to set us up real good. So we can swing for a KO this turn, meaning I am going to get rid of the Buddy Buddy, and I think I'll also dump the Irida. And then we'll grab out Togekiss, because if we're able to get a KO here, then we want to at least see if we can capitalize on it. So that's that. Let's Energy Search Pro. Grab one of everything that we can. There we go. And now we're going to manual attach the Metal Energy so we can actually attack with Make It Rain. And we might as well use Coin Bonus. We don't really have anything to stack the deck for us at this present time, but we get to draw 2 off of it, so you might as well, right? And this is really good because anything that we discard, so long as they don't Iono us, we get that back next turn, and then some, potentially. So we're going to just Make It Rain here. We have to discard 3 to KO the Greninja. And there's not really a lot of logic to deciding what you're going to discard, as long as it's not Metal Energy, I would say. So you'll see now, once we, and we actually get it, once we get a KO, we get to use Wonder Kiss to potentially get 1 extra prize card. And so we just got 2 prize cards for a regular base, which is a pretty decent deal, I would say. And the AI is doing who knows what. Really not making a lot of sense per usual. But we're just trying to give a demonstration here anyways, I suppose. I have gone back and forth. I was kind of thinking about this the other day, whether or not it would be better to demonstrate... I'm going to discard a Gimmighoul and then a Vessel. Whether it'd be better to just demonstrate against live players or not. And the problem that I have is that it doesn't give me as much time to kind of give my explanations on like why you would do this or why you would do that, or you know, whatever. I'm gonna activate Coin Bonus here. Maybe we even draw into, yep, there we go, perfect. Another Gimmighoul so we can draw again. And Nest Ball would give us our, we could get Fez. It wouldn't hurt to put Iron Bundle on. Iron Bundle, I didn't mention it when I was talking about stuff. It's a little bit niche, but theoretically you can, what it allows you to do is discard itself. That doesn't give your opponent a prize card like, you know, Duskull, Dusknoir, Dusclops, but you discard it and then move, like essentially like a Gust by your opponent. So it's like Escape Rope used to be. Your opponent gets to choose the new active Pokemon, right? Which it can be very solid in specific situations, right? If your opponent has something big in the active spot and you just need to get anything else there, it can be really good. But oftentimes they will throw up a 1 prizer and then, you know, you're not exactly laughing in that situation, right? I will potentially use it here though, because I think that Bidoof is not as good as some of the other stuff that they could have up there. And Manaphy is a good thing to get rid of, although we're not sniping their bench really. So we'll activate the other Coin Bonus here, just, you know, for the sake of it. And then we will Make It Rain. No, we're not going to attach. Oh, did I say that wrong? Oh, are you sure you want to attack? Yes. And we will discard 2 cards, which will do 100, which is more than 70, taking the KO. And you can see here all the kind of stuff that we've got at our disposal. So we take a Tails here, so we only take 1. Which is fine. You can see all the stuff that we have at our disposal just in hand, right? Next turn, we're going to be able to get 4 cards back from the discard. We only even have 3, so we could potentially just Night Stretcher, or we don't even need to do anything because we still have plenty of cards available to use in hand. So we're doing pretty decent, just in general here. It back to us with a non-attacking attack. Okay, we'll show off Cypher Maniac here, right? So let's say, you know, oh, I desperately want 1 specific card or whatever, right? We can just scroll through here and get anything that we want because we got Cypher Maniac. So let's grab this and Hisuian Heavy Ball. I want to check my prize cards just to see. So we do that, and then we make, coin bonus here, and we get both of those cards. So that's the extreme synergy there. we definitely don't have any Pokemon in the prizes anyways. We kind of could have seen that coming. But we also don't have any bosses, and we're not ahead on prize cards. So I might as well use coin bonus as well here. Although you will want to be wary if you're playing into a single prize deck and your deck is getting low, you might want to hold off on discarding too much. Now, you'll also notice here, I'm only going to discard one because we have weakness. So we do 100 damage instead of 50 for one. Very, very nice. If this is a heads, it's very good. If it's tails, it is what it is. So now if he brings up the Shenpao, we win regardless, but even if he brings up something else, we might be able to win just off of Togekiss. The AI is giving me emotes as well, which is bizarre as usual. Yeah, fun... I don't know if I would say fun fact, but interestingly, Shenpao is another, heavy... do damage based on discarding. It's very similar to Raging Bolt, but just maybe not quite as meta as Raging Bolt at this point in time. So we are just going to... We could actually just win the game here, so we will. So we're just gonna make it rain. Because it's last turn, we're just gonna dump everything. Doesn't matter. Do 500 damage. That's a nice, easy GG. We'll see, maybe we even get 3 prize cards off. There you go. Beautiful. So, it was a fairly easy game. But that's generally, the strategy and how this deck works. If there's anything that I didn't mention or that I missed or whatever, let me know. And, if there's a deck as well that you're interested in that just can't figure out how to make it work or whatever, throw a comment down as well. Let me know and I'll try and figure that out and do a video on it. Otherwise, have a great day. Like if you liked it, and subscribe if you feel like you enjoy my content. Have a good one. Ciao.